Today's subject is going to be how to take apart a Monster Jam Hot Wheels truck. This is something that I wanted to try to do, and I looked for some videos on this and I didn't really see anything, so I thought I would do one for you. Here we go, guys. From prior experience with regular Hot Wheel cars, there appears to be a one post holding at least this bottom section together. The tires, unfortunately, look like they're secured in there and you can't remove them unless you're going to cut this. So when we come across that, we'll see how that's held in. But it looks like there's one base here, another base that's attached to probably this base here, and then the body, I'm guessing, has two posts here, one here and one there. So once we get to that, we'll see. It should be interesting to see what this looks like taken apart. As I said, I was thinking of doing some customs on these, and I've never really seen anybody do that, and I thought that would be pretty cool. So let's begin taking this apart. We're going to start with the number 50 drill bit. Now we're going to want to do a little pilot hole at this point. We'll know exactly how far we can go down, but I don't know if you can see that, but I got a little pilot hole going. So now I'm going to take my larger drill bit and eat away at the surrounding posts to try to release it. Oh, and there she goes. That's the first time I've ever seen a car come apart that quickly. It's the inside of a monster truck. Right there. Alright, so let's see what else we need to do with this. Don't really know. Looks like everything is kind of like secured in there with clips, so we may have to... Alright, looks like to remove this piece here, it's just held on. So you just gotta basically work this out until you can remove. It's held in by this area here and this area here, and it's getting this off. And if we get the other side, I'm getting this there, and there we go. All right, that's the inner part right there. It's, like I said, it's just held in by, clipping onto the car. So let's examine the inside here. What do we have? This is the post hole, and this is metal, are held in and molded in. So there's really no way to do wheel swaps unless you plan on cutting this. And I don't know if there's some way to get these tires off from their ends to where you can actually replace the axle. And that car together is that one post. Very interesting, because I often wondered how you take these apart, and I looked for videos on that and couldn't find one. That's neat. All it consists of is the bottom with the wheels, this piece here, and then this piece here. That's it. So, all right, we're going to continue drilling down that post now that we know exactly where we can go. So I'm going to try to drill as straight as I can. That should be good. Not the straightest hole, but it should still be sufficient to tap. Let's go ahead and tap this and put it in nice and straight. So here we are, tapping that for the 256 screws. Now I'm feeling a little resistance, so I'm just going to back out a little bit and go down a little further. A little resistance, going to back out and begin to go down a little further. Each time turning it just a little bit more. A little resistance, backing out. Each time it'll allow you to go down a little deeper and a little further, and I'm just backing out. I take my time when tapping until you can get a good feel for this. I would suggest to just really take your time. I'm just a beginner with the tapping, so I'm just taking my time, because the worst thing you want to do is break that tap in the inside here, and the car is ruined. .256 button screw. You're going to want to test fit this now. See, now I'm starting to get a little resistance on that screw, so I have a little bit more to go. Ideally, I want that flush on there. So I'm going to back this screw out and go a little further with that tap. Just now, don't, just because it's easy to go in there, still take your time, because these taps are very brittle. Back it out, give it another turn. Back it out, give it another turn. Back it out, give it another good turn. All right, that should be enough. All right, be very careful with the tap. Okay, here we go. Let's see how well this worked. Voila, much better. Very easy once you really begin to know how to tap, and that was a big problem for me in the beginning. One note with these cars, which was a little bit surprising, is the window is held in by rivets in three points, one here, and one here. Easy to remove, should be, but once that is removed, I don't know if they're going to be able to be secured. I think you're going to have to put a little bit of glue in those spots to get that back on. But all right, the reassembly is pretty easy to do. Just pop this back on, and that just goes on very easily. And then you're going to want to put the body of the car back on. So you're going to want to take your 256 screw that you just tapped and just put that back in. And there you go. You're back together. You could do customs on monster trucks. Now you know how to take them apart. Not that difficult. Actually, I thought there was going to be the one post here and a post there and a post there, but apparently, boom, it just come right apart. You can do your work to your body. This would look really nice with a spectral flame. I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm sure people have done it, just not on YouTube. But as you can see, I bought this at a thrift store, and it has a lot of damage to the car from play. So. Yeah.